Laurel and Jasmine stood outside by the mailbox. Laurel pulled out the letter, opened it, and began reading aloud. Good morning, ladies. I hope you both rested well last night. Today's directions are simple. Follow only the trees marked in black. The two women exchanged a glance before setting off toward the forest. They started walking through the forest, following the black markings from tree to tree. They walked for what felt like forever before finally reaching the last black mark. There, standing before them, was a large iron gate. The two women exchanged curious glances, both wondering what lay beyond it. Then, without warning, the gate slowly began to open. Standing beside a helicopter was Zena, smiling warmly. Jasmine and Laurel froze in shock as they finally came face to face with the woman who had brought them to the island. With a smile on her face, Zena began walking toward them. Zena smiled proudly as she looked at the two women. I am so proud of you both. You have completed every challenge I placed before you, and today you get to go home. Your belongings are already on the helicopter. You have discovered the true meaning of sisterhood. It doesn't matter whether we are light-skinned or dark-skinned. What matters is that we stand together. These challenges were designed to teach you unity, to show that moving beyond pain isn't easy. But when we choose to understand one another and come together, we become stronger. Remember this, ladies. You are one. Now, it's time to go home. Zena stepped aside and smiled. You may board the helicopter. Jasmine and Laurel shared a long, heartfelt hug. The two women smiled at one another, grateful for everything they had been through together. Then, side by side, they made their way toward the helicopter. 2 weeks later, Jasmine and Laurel sat together on the sofa in Laurel's apartment, sharing a meal and a glass of wine. The room was filled with laughter as the two friends enjoyed each other's company and reflected on how far they had come. Jasmine lifted her glass of wine into the air. I'd like to make a toast. Laurel smiled and raised her glass. Jasmine looked at her friend and grinned. To a sisterhood once divided, and a sisterhood forever. To a sisterhood forever, they shouted together. Their glasses clinked as laughter filled the room. For the first time, there was no division between them, only friendship, understanding, and sisterhood. And so, Jasmine and Laurel's journey came to an end. What began with division ended with understanding. What began with anger ended with friendship. And what began as a lesson became a sisterhood that would last forever. The end.